I started KDP in December 2021, and when I first started, I had no intention of actually turning this into like a full-time income or business or anything like that. And now that is my current goal, is to be able to do KDP full-time. So let me scroll down here. This is my units ordered for December. I sold 9 units, and I didn't actually publish my first book. I think it was until like around the 21st or 22nd or something is when it actually went live on Amazon, somewhere around there. And then I sold a few copies of my personal book. So It's All in Your Head: How I Got Diagnosed with Celiac Disease is my personal book. I talk about it quite a lot on this channel, but this is what brought me to KDP. Is I was trying to find a way to self-publish my book that wasn't going to cost any money, and KDP came up as a free platform to do that. So this sold all of the copies for December except for one. That was another book that sold, and I believe I actually just bought it myself because I wanted to use it myself, and I didn't realize you could do author copies at the time. And it's just like, it's fine. It just worked out. I ended up getting some money back with the royalties, but I think I'm the one that bought it, but I mean, who knows? It was a while ago. So for royalties for December, I have $14.52. So I'm going to be going over my entire first year review of KDP in this video. So I'll be going from December 2021 to December 2022. But I'll probably also show just my lifetime over 2022 and then my lifetime total, just to give you guys a little more information. But my year is officially somewhere around the 22nd or so of December of 2021 to the same time, December 2022. So I'm going to go through each month and then I will do the overall total. So just bear with me here. I'm going to be doing it manually because I know some people think sometimes things are like edited and it's not true and whatnot. So I figure if I just go by one to each month, then you know that this is all accurate information. Like, I'm not fudging the numbers or doing anything like that. So looking for January, I also sold 9 units. And I'm pretty sure this was still mostly a lot of my personal book because I had a lot of family that bought some. I have my personal book in paperback, hardcover, and ebook. I'm pretty sure I sold mostly paperback, but just to kind of give you an idea, my sales were spread out throughout the month. So then looking at my royalties for January, let's just go up here. January 1st. Let me scroll down. January 31st. And hit apply. And let's see how much I actually made for January. So $14.40. So I was not making life-changing money at this time, but it's okay. Like, I literally was just starting with KDP. So I got serious with KDP towards probably like the middle to end of January, and that's also when I started this YouTube channel. I kind of get inspired by watching other YouTubers and thought like, hey, like, this might be cool. I've always loved social media and love working online, so I was just really intrigued by it all. So then I started getting serious about it towards like I said, the end of January, and I published more books. So I got 21 units ordered for February, which I'm really happy about. And I'm pretty sure a chunk of my sales came from a composition notebook that I actually made for one of my best friends. And it's really cute. I actually show it in my unboxing KDP books video in case you want to check it out. But I think it sold like 7 or 9 copies or something. So that was majority of my sales for February. Just going off of my memory here. And I do have all my income reports posted individually, so in case you want to actually view them all separately, and I probably talk about it in way more detail. So for February, I made $33.34, and I was so excited. Like, I felt like I was starting to finally make some sort of income that actually felt like it had an impact. Like, at the time, $33 could probably fill my gas tank, and it still kind of can. Like, I usually fill it halfway, so it's not as much. But like, any extra money is just really helpful. So moving on to March 2022, let's see how many units I sold here. And my KDP journey has been a roller coaster, and you'll see that once I get to like my actual lifetime, or if you've seen my previous videos. Like, I really have not been making much money with KDP. until recently. And still, that's all selective, depending on what you think is a lot of money. So I was back to 9 units ordered in March. I feel like I was just had a rhythm going. Like, for some reason, I just kept selling 9 every month, which is better than selling nothing. But I remember like logging on to KDP, and it was the old reports. So you had like the little gray lines, and I would just be praying to see like just one gray line. So I made $14.21 in March 2022. So moving on to April. Here we go, April 2022, and I believe this is when I started going downhill. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I sold 3 units in April. Yikes. So really, really bad. And around this time, I was thinking about quitting and giving up. Like, wasn't really sure like if I should keep going. And I just didn't really have a lot of time to devote to KDP. So I made $3.46. We're just gonna move on from that as quickly as we can. I don't even know what sold. Like, I'd have to check, but it's fine because I only sold 3 copies. So let's just move on from that one. But I also took a break from YouTube for a bit as well during this time. Like, I just wasn't as consistent with KDP or YouTube. So in May, I sold 4 units. So I'm obviously moving up in the world. I went from 3 units to 4 units. And let's see how much money that is. And this was really bad. Like, I actually started getting some haters on my YouTube channel at this point as well. So $6.36 for May. So not that great. And let me move to June. And I was getting haters because people were like, how can you be teaching when you're not even making money and things like that? But with my YouTube channel, like, all the videos I make, I don't post something if I don't feel confident about it. So there's some things that I definitely did wrong in the beginning, but I honestly thought like I was doing a great job and whatnot. And I try to go back and either do like comments or edit the description to like clarify if I like do make a mistake. But my channel was to like post about my journey, and that's still what my channel is for, is to post about my journey, because there's so many YouTubers out there who just make it seem really unrealistic. And this is not everybody at all. Like, I'm not calling anybody out, but like, I just really wanted to have a place to track my own journey and meet other people. I've always loved social media, and I love creating content. And I just would get disheartened if I see somebody making like $5,000 a month and they just started 2 days ago and they have like 2 books. And I know that was really dramatic, but you know what I mean? Like, I kind of just wanted to share my journey and hope that it's more realistic for most people. So in June, I sold 11 units, and yeah, this was not the best. But around this time is when I decided that like something needed to change. Like, what I was doing was not working clearly. So I decided to invest in a KDP program, and you can spend thousands and thousands on programs, and they can be a total waste of money. However, I'm really fortunate because I feel like this program was actually really helpful, and I believe I bought it in June. I think it was around June 16th or 18th is when I bought it. And then I started publishing books towards the end of June. And that's kind of why you see this spike here. I say spike. It's like $15 more. But at the time, this was like really good. Like, my highest month before this was February, where I had $33 or something. So this was kind of on the right track. So I bought the program then, and that really, really helped me. Like, I started actually understanding like niches and keywords and things like that, and using other tools. So sometimes I think programs are helpful. I mean, I do think you don't really need to spend any money to be successful at KDP, but if you spend money, I think that the success can come faster and can be better. I don't know if better is the right word. That's not the right word. Like, if you don't spend money, you can still be successful. But if you do spend money, then I think it can come quicker for you. And potentially you just have more sales faster than you would if you didn't. But I mean, everybody's different. Everyone's journey is different. So in July, after I already had been using the program and started selling books, or making new books using what I learned from the program. And if you're interested in what that program is the Passive Income Accelerator program. I am an affiliate for them, but I do have a link in the description below in case you're interested, and some videos reviewing the actual program. So I sold 55 units in July, and this is when I was like, oh my goodness, like you can actually make money with this? Like, are you serious? Like, I thought it was a myth. So very happy with that. And let me see what my actual July total was. I believe this was the first time I made over $100 a month with KDP, which was like unbelievable to me. So I made $118.18, and this was like, oh my goodness, like if I can do this once, like I can duplicate this effort and make more money. Like this is when I kind of realized that KDP can actually be a full-time income. Like I published about 20 books or so in order to get this amount, and I think it's like 2 of them that actually sell really well right now and have continued to sell really well. So that's like another thing I love about KDP is that when you make a book, it's on there forever. And if it's an evergreen book, meaning it can sell like any time of year, anytime, like you can really benefit from it. So also just a side note, because I realized I hadn't mentioned this, I don't use ads. So I've used ads like occasionally throughout my KDP journey, but I really don't know enough about them. I don't have the time or money to really devote to ads. So I've spent probably about $10, give or take, on ads and made a handful of sales. And that's it. So everything else is all organic sales or from like friends or family. But all my friends and family ones mostly came from the beginning with my personal book. I did have another friend that bought a notebook, but majority of the sales are going to be all completely organic. So looking at August, I sold 92 units and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is incredible. Like it's going up. And then, of course, life happens, things happen, and I kind of just stopped again. And it's just, I mean, it's hard. Like, it's hard when you work a full time job and you're trying to do this as well as, like, I ride horses and I also started racing cars again in 2022. I believe it was 2022. Maybe I did one in 2021. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I feel like it was 2022. Now I don't completely remember. But anyways, moving on from that, like I've just been really, really busy, like friends, family, relationships. I actually got married in 2021. So then, no, that is, man, I'm just doing really, really bad with dates right now. No, I definitely got married in 2021. Time just goes by really fast. So in 2022, then I'm going through like trying to figure out how to balance life and marriage and work and my sports and everything like that. And also my health. Like I have chronic illnesses and my health has been a roller coaster for the past few years. And it's just a lot. So I totally understand like that not everybody can be super consistent and upload tons of books all the time. But I also feel like we can make things a priority if we want to. So if you really want to be consistent in something, then most of the time you can be if you actually put in the effort and do it. But I understand things happen. Like I took a break in the beginning of 2022 and now I know around this time I also kind of stopped publishing. So I made $204.51 and this was like amazing. And I was just so happy. And then this is when I took kind of like the break from publishing. So let me go to September and you'll see how my sales and royalties actually worked out with me not really publishing any books. Which is another reason why I love KDP, because if you are making sales organically, you literally don't have to do anything. You still make money, which is so cool. So in September, I sold 71 units. And then let's see what the royalties are for September 2022. My royalties are, if it will load, $172.25. And then let me go to, so it went down a little bit, but that's fine. Like, again, I wasn't really publishing and it's going to fluctuate, especially if you don't do ads. So then for October, I sold 75 units, so about the same amount. And let's see how much that is, because my royalties are all different depending on the book and the country and things like that. Especially in the beginning, I didn't set them high enough. I was only doing like $1 or so royalty, and now I try to do between $2 to $4 royalty. So for October, I made $161.66. So it did go down again, but I actually sold more units. I just didn't make as much royalties, but that's okay. Again, I wasn't really working. November, 79 units ordered. And I have not made a sale every single day yet. That is still a goal that I have. And kind of a spoiler, but for March so far, I've sold a book every single day. So I'm really hoping, like, I'm recording this on March 29th. I am really hoping that I actually make a sale every day, because that is a huge goal that I have yet to achieve. So for November, I made $161.30. So again, like, this is me literally doing nothing. Like, I was not publishing books. Like, if I did, it was like one or two, probably, that I really was not working, and these were just selling. This is why I believe that KDP can be a passive income, as long as you have books that can continue to sell year after year organically. I mean, if you just want to work ads, that's fine too. I just don't really have enough experience with ads. So for December, $161.62 with 80 units ordered. So it's kind of interesting to see how the different royalties affect like how much you make as well. So now the moment you've all probably been waiting for, the entire 2022 like units ordered. Let's see what that says. 509. And you can see in this graph like the drastic change from when I bought the program, and then kind of how it evened out around $160-ish. And that's simply because, like I said before, I just stopped publishing new books. So I was kind of like my baseline for a while. But I like my journey has been so crazy and so different. Like in December 2021, I only sold 9 units ordered, or I only sold 9 units. So, and then it kind of went up a little bit, where in February I sold like 21, and then it went down. And in April, I only sold 3, or I think it was 3. So like KDP is going to be a journey, and depending on how much time and effort you put in, it's all going to be different. So then my royalties for 2022 overall, and I'm really, really happy with this, is $1,071.80. And this is money that like I just didn't have before. And I do have some costs. Like I had maybe $2 in ads, and I paid for the program, which I got it on sale because it like had just launched, so it was a pre-sale of like 119, I think. And then also Canva throughout the year. But regardless, like I still made a profit, and my first 6 months of the year, I probably made less than $100, or maybe close to $100. And then the rest of the money is all from the second half of the year. So KDP takes time. It can be a roller coaster. Like, you honestly never know. You can make $10,000 one month and then $10 the next month. Like, I feel like it's really drastic sometimes, but I think if you have books that continuously sell and are organically selling and are in evergreen niches, then you most likely will have like a baseline. And I think my baseline was like 160 or so during this time. So now let me just show you my actual lifetime, so you can kind of see where I'm currently at right now. And actually, I'm going to go to the units ordered first. And let me just go to lifetime, because so far this year, like, I've started at a better spot than I did last year, thankfully. So right now I'm at 890 units ordered. You can see that it started to go up again. So I started publishing again. I got laid off from my corporate job in January, and then I've been devoting more time to Amazon, KDP, and to YouTube, and publishing more books. So you can see how it kind of went up again. So, like, this is what I mean. Like, once you figure out how to make a sale, like, you can just continue to duplicate that. And I also am at 249 books now, which to some may be a lot, and to others might not be a lot. Like, I've seen people with over 4,000 books, and I've seen people with 5 books. And you can make all your income from one book, so you don't need to have a ton of books to make sales. I think it's definitely quality over quantity. But for me, I also think quantity is part of it, because even if I have like 10 books that only sell once a month, that's an extra 10 sales that I'm going to be getting. And once the books are up there, I don't normally have to really touch them. So 890 units ordered total. So I'm really excited to almost be at 1,000, which is really cool. And again, I'm really hoping this month in March to be getting a sale a day. And for royalties, I'm at $1,940.91. So again, you can kind of see the graph go up, but this is more of a realistic journey to me for KDP. Like, you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs, and it's going to vary, but this is over a year of doing KDP and not even being able to do it consistently, but consistently enough to have 249 books. So everybody's journey is going to be different. Don't be discouraged if you're not where you want to be at yet. Just keep working, keep being consistent. And if this is something that you really love to do, then don't give up on it. So I'm really hoping to do KDP and YouTube full time. That is like one of my dreams right now. And I'm just continuously working on that and trying to get there. But so far this year is looking a lot better than last year, thankfully, because like I made about $1,000 last year. And so far I'm almost at $2,000 and we're only on March 29th right now. So I think this year is definitely going to surpass last year. And I hope to just see it grow year over year to a point where my baseline can get to somewhere around $2,000 a month. Like that would be amazing. My baseline right now, I think, is around like $250 a month. So it's definitely has gone up by about $100. I just really need to focus on creating more books and kind of just finding more niches and everything like that. So I hope this video was inspiring. I hope it was helpful. I'd love to know how your first year on KDP is going, or if you haven't started or you just started, like just let me know your thoughts and comments. Just remember to please be kind. So I really hope that this was helpful and I appreciate you watching and listening. I hope that you have a great day.